Oh, yeah. That was a very bad one. So wild. Yeah.
All right. Y'all are live on YouTube.
What?
Y'all are live on YouTube.
Oh, hi. Much more. Yeah. So yes. That's how I like it. Yeah. Wait, you have the same color as your sleeves. Yeah. There's other schools. I edited it. You edited it. You ready for the
We don't have a Facebook page either.
We have the YouTube channel. We're watching it right now.
I saw it. I saw a Renegades, but I didn't. That was like.
I missed
I
it
was just
again.
gonna tag
Don't worry, guys. I'll see it.
Wait, no, I'm
Oh, it was over here.
Oh, is this your guys' game?
That's
Sweet.
oh, here's the one. Oh, nice. That was real life. That was here, coach. I can hear you yelling. Gee, remember when you tricked me?
Zaya, you say something.
Because I am. I want to see what's the second half.
So you want to skip to it?
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
skip to the goal.
Oh yeah, we gotta see this goal.
I want to see the goal.
You're not scared.
You want to skip?
I don't want to see it.
You guys, I tagged Alex Morgan this morning telling them that you guys said that she was your favorite player, and I was like, what about Marci Johnson? And then I realized you guys were 3 when I played. But I was like, who's Alex Morgan anyway?
When they asked me to play that, we're like, no, that's part of the game.
I was like the oldest, one of the oldest on this team. Remember that? Yes.
Oh, let's watch this goal survey.
I mean, so you're both the goal.
Yeah, just give me that. I should do it. First thing
Is there a goal about the goal about it?
yeah. And then I scored in the first 30 seconds, and then you get out. Your high five. I didn't need to, okay?
Let's see what you guys got here. Oh, bam. Yeah.
That's so bad.
You guys know that you scored. I mean, you were watching the video. I didn't watch.
And then I guess I have the notes on it.
Wait, what's your guess on Taylor, what's your middle name?
Why? Mar.
It just said Coffin T. Mar.
Okay, it's
Do you have a middle name?
yes. What? Oh, yeah, I saw the first 30 seconds, guys. So, okay. Okay. Jimmy, I can't Why did you not watching it?
I say 25 or 30.
Oh, yeah.
No, she really got my way. It was 20 to 20.
Oh, that was so funny in real life. Yeah. I accidentally tripped Zaya. Yeah.
You guys, hey, did you get that trip of Jada on me last night? When she took me out? You gotta send me that. You gotta send me that. Jada, I thought it was so cool until you took me out. Man, you guys have seen this. She did. What a cross. What even happened last night when I got taken out by you? I had a big bruise on my back today. That's Jade. I was like pressuring Lane. I was playing ball last night. I was like, did I get bullied? And he's like, no. And he's like, he said that.
Yeah. Realize the invitation.
Ready up to play some bowling.
Go myself.
It's just like control.
Yeah, so you can.
Yeah, man.
So
Hey, Maddie.
That's really tall.
Yes.
Yeah. You can really go.
Yeah.
I need passion.
I thought you were talking
So, okay.
Can you take? You can't take. Can you take two? And then you can pick up. Can you take two? Who do you want to make?
I can say something.
Taylor, right? Who's taking guys? Taylor.
No, I'm right here. Taylor's right there.
Okay. Well, just don't hang out here. You must please. You guys go ride in the same car. You can,
Yesterday?
So those I get to ride back to Jacksonville.
Yes. Yes.
Maddie, you get to ride. On the way back.
Yeah.
All right, Rolanda, can you turn the TV off? How are you guys doing this morning? Good. Is anybody a little sore?
No.
Or is that
Yeah.
just me? We're missing Carl. I don't know.
Patty.
Gracie.
Gracie.
Where's Green Egg? Gracie!
We have some time too. We're not training until 10, so you know, that's some time. No stress. No stress.
I think she took her mom together. Yeah, she took her mom.
A little bit of a session this morning. Who's been working? Did you guys have any time to like practice your talent shows for the talent show?
Oh,
I already got a prize for the winner.
what is it?
I can't tell you.
Is it?
I just made, you just made it last night. I'm gonna bring my microphone with the,
Oh, we should.
it can be any talent you
Sure. I have such a good color. I'm so
I wanna
good.
dance.
Are you really?
I'll dance. I'll be the jumper.
Yes.
Smiler.
Sure. Yeah.
Look.
You want to do my dance? Taylor, you're gonna do my
We
dancing
will
partner.
race. Okay. Like, yes.
Or we can do a play.
Tell your dad to throw you. Carl?
You boards I can break. Wait, Scott.
What? Yeah.
Are you doing like
Karate kid.
Yeah, that's
I
like
knew
that.
What? You're fast about her? So I told them last night because it come down this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. And about Taylor, she likes.
I know. I know a fact about Jada.
Okay, what?
She's a Virgo.
Virgo?
I know.
And a
I
Gemini.
What?
She likes the actor.
The what?
Your mom. She has the actor.
Oh, I don't know. Only your mom.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
it's a joke. Yeah, it's a joke.
Okay, go through names again, just so I can keep getting them. Addison.
Taylor. Savannah. Kennedy. Skylar. Sonny. Jamie. Riley. Messiah.
I'm getting close. I'm getting really close here. Okay, guys, so I pulled this out of the drawer. Yes, the jersey.
Is that the prize?
What?
Another prize.
No, but what?
Were you only 19?
I was 19, yes.
That's ladies. That's ladies.
But you know what? Why I wanted to bring this to show you,
So you show it.
not to say how amazing my soccer on the national team was, but I wanted to show you, because look at the 19, you see it? What's kind of wearing on it? The number. It's been in a drawer for like years. I haven't really paid much attention to this jersey, or like doesn't mean much, okay? Because it's about your journey, and it's not just about your jersey. Okay, do you understand that? It's not just about the trophy. It's not just about winning. It's about your journey, okay? Because this will fade away and it won't mean much. And it'll go from Jobson to Alex Morgan, and you won't even know who Alex Morgan is in a few years, okay? As it keeps getting greater and greater, time moves on. So what's really important for you guys to understand is you've got this soccer journey ahead of you to enjoy and love and experience, and to not get too caught up in just the journey or the trophy or the medals or the wins. You want to always strive to achieve those things and be the best you can be. Okay? You want to be the best you can be, okay? But it's not just about that, right? I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. When I was in pro soccer, I was drafted fourth in the fourth round. That's pretty high. And I was like, yeah, I'm awesome. I'm drafted super high. And I was kind of worshiping the fact that I was drafted super high. Well, not soon after that, I got into my playing career, and I was playing against this Nigerian girl, Marci, and she was super, super tall, real muscular. And I went in for a slide tackle, and her knee hit my jaw perfectly, and just my jawbone went through my mouth. This just smashed my jaw. All right, and kind of broke a bunch of my jaw bones. I still remember looking at my face, and I could see the crack in my bone, and I was just obliterated my face. Okay, I thought it was a good tackle, but it wasn't. All right, so pretty quickly, my journey became now as an injured player, right? And it was really a big struggle for me. My jaw was wired shut, and I had to start to kind of train my way back with my mouth shut and kind of drinking smoothies and stuff like that. All right. But again, it's about the journey, not just the jersey. Sometimes the journey isn't always triumphs. Sometimes it's trials and hardships. Okay. Soon after that, I came back. I was right back on the field playing with this mouthpiece, and thought I was back going back at it. Well, guess what? You won't believe this. 3 games into coming back, I played against the same girl, Marci. She was like the nicest girl. But I went to kind of make a tackle. She played for San Diego. I played for Atlanta. To make a tackle on her, and I planted. My knee went out. Same girl. How crazy is that? Okay. Tore my ACL and everything else in my knee. All right. And I was done for the year. Okay. So this huge jaw injury to huge knee injury, and I was done. But again, it was the journey, not the jersey. And sometimes the journey isn't always easy. Okay. Through that time, I got to work with your coach. She actually helped rehab my body back to be able to play again. All right. But it was a really, really hard time for me. I was questioning, should I keep playing? Should I not keep playing? But I want you to know what I learned during that time. These are the pieces I need to give to you, and these are the pieces you need to understand. Is I learned that soccer wasn't just about me. Okay. But it was about my team. And how could I now be a teammate that was going to sit the bench and come to games and shag balls and help warm up the center mid who was starting to form me, like throw her balls or get her prepared? How could I have an encouraging word to somebody to help them play well? All right. How could I cheer my team on from the bench? How could I leave little notes in their lockers? And that kind of taught me a lot. All right, I wasn't always good at that, but it taught me that I could still be a big part of the team and be injured, that I had a lot to give. All right, and I took those lessons on till later. I became a college soccer coach, and I had to now train people to be part of a team, even if they were injured. Okay, so you always have an opportunity to be part of a team, even if you're injured, even if you sit the bench, even if you don't play. But it's what you're going to take and be a part of that. Okay, so I learned that it was not just about the jersey, it was about the journey, right? I played for a coach that was pretty tough. All right, he wasn't always gonna make me feel great about myself. Has anyone here played for a really tough coach ever in any sport? Hey, it'll happen someday. It may not be a coach, it may be a boss, okay, in a job, it may be a teacher, all right? You will come across some time when the person isn't maybe as great as Lana is as a coach, all right? And guess what I learned through that? I learned that I don't play for that coach, but I work as hard as I can, but I'm playing for a bigger purpose. And my purpose for me, and it's not for everybody, but my purpose was to honor God and how I played, that he was my coach. All right, and that my job was to just come out, work as hard as I could, be the very best teammate, all right, and to honor him. And that gave me so much freedom to not have to try to serve him, all right? About the journey, not the jersey. Let me tell you a very quick story of what happened to me as a player. All right, I was playing in Atlanta. We were playing for the championship game. All right, we're going into the championships, actually, the semifinals. All right, and I was a sub. And you know why I keep coming back to your thinking all the time? Yesterday I said, what are you thinking when we went to run? Remember how you guys were like, oh, after 2, I was like, we're gonna run one more, and you guys were like, oh. All right, because this is what happened to me. We were going into playing to get to the championship. I was on the bench. The whole time on the bench, all I was thinking about was how I should be playing. Have you guys ever done that? Watching, kind of jealous and seeing somebody before you and be like, that should be me. Why is Skylar playing before me? All right. And what happened is I got subbed in, and in the I got subbed in with 3 minutes left. And my coach said to me, just don't cause a foul. All right, lock it in. You're up. We're up 1-0. Just finish up the game. Don't cause a foul. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna show him. I was warming up. I'm gonna show him how awesome I am and that I should have been playing more. And I got subbed in, and guess what happened? Did I score? My mind was thinking all about myself. I caused a penalty kick with about a minute left. They tied it up, and then they ended up winning the game. Yeah, that's how I felt too. But all because of what I was thinking led to my actions. It was all about me. It was all about me. I learned a lot in that journey, okay, about selfishness of being a player. So we had a year later, I had a year to kind of change. When I come back, and I always ask you guys, and you're going to hear it a ton today, what are you thinking? It's because of moments like that in my journey that I know you have the ability to think differently about the trials and triumphs that you're going to face in your sport. A year later, same exact situation. I'm on the bench. My coach subs me in at halftime. This time we're losing 1-0. I had an opportunity to work on this all year, to change my thinking, to really adjust to my thinking being about more my team, about that I was playing for a different purpose. I didn't need to stress and strain. When I was hitting adversity, I knew I could think differently about those challenges. All right. I got subbed in at halftime. We're down 1-0. 3 minutes left, and I'm not kidding. Similar situation. A ball got sent into the box, just basically like a Hail Mary pass. I was able to jump up, head the ball down, and our player hit it in. I think I jumped higher than I ever jumped. All right, and our player hit it in to tie it up 1-1, and then we won in overtime. Okay, why do I share that story with you? Because you have the ability as young women to think differently about the trials and triumphs you're going to face in sport. You're going to face some really great moments, and you're going to face some really hard moments. And it's how you're going to think about those things and approach those things that are going to lead you to be more successful. You guys understand that? Okay, so kind of today, as we're going through some of the training that we're doing, I'm going to keep coming back to, Riley, what are you thinking right now? Thinking I can't do this. No, you can do this. Start, but it doesn't just come from me talking to Riley or Riley's mom talking to Riley. It needs to start coming from you guys to lift each other up. You know how we were on the line? I was like, give me something. You know, because it's like, Lana's my teammate, and I need to believe in Lana. I need to show her that. Come on, Lana, we got this. You're on the field, and you're starting to lose a game. Who is the player on this team? Is there a player on this team that you girls would say helps you to believe more? Is there anybody here that you guys would say there's a player here? Shout it out if there's someone. Zaya?
Or something Gracie.
Yeah, Gracie.
Okay.
We get scored on Gracie's belly. Like, come on, guys, we got this. Let's go.
Yeah. But does it need to just be Zaya and Gracie? Because imagine if it's more than just Zaya and Gracie. Imagine if your keeper picks up the ball after she gets scored on, it's like, no big deal, let's go, we've got this, let's come back. You know, and if your team starts to kind of rally around that, all right? Baylor, one thing, little things about talking, when we had a corner kick against us, the girls would shout the word, we taught them to shout the word fever, okay? And it just meant they were gonna be kind of like at their max talking. So they would be like, fever, fever, and they'd kind of look at each other, fever. And it would get them a little bit more ready for a corner kick, because a lot of goals are given up on set pieces. Okay, I don't know how many goals you guys have given up on set pieces, but in the college game, a lot of goals are given up on set pieces. So that was our signal, because when a ball goes out of bounds for a corner kick, a lot of times this is what happens. You kind of are like, oh, corner kick, time to defend. But our team would start to say, hey, Gracie, fever. And Gracie would be like, hey, Maddie, fever. And everyone would be like, okay, we're ready, we're ready. That little bit helped us reduce the amount of goals that we gave up on set pieces, just because we were able to learn to communicate and talk to each other and spread that with each other, that energy. So that's why when we were on that line yesterday and I was like, give me something, it's not just kind of like, let's go, you know, but it's you guys learning at your sisters on the soccer field. Make this team something different than all the other clubs out there. You guys think you can do that? Yes. Meaning believing really in each other, being a family. I can see it with your parents. They've got like a family atmosphere to their team, okay? There's some club coaches that probably wouldn't even have their parents around. So there's a family feel to your team. So bring that with you guys as well. You guys got it? So those are some of the things today we're going to approach this morning when we go to training. We're going to go right into a pretty competitive session, okay, of 1v1s, and want to kind of see how you guys compete. All right. Then we're going to do, we're going to have Bailey's going to be out there this morning. She's going to talk a little bit at the end of the session about what it was like playing at North Texas. Okay, there's more than just Baylor. There's tons of great colleges. And so I really suggested to your parents, when you guys go to some of these different places, go visit schools, visit big schools, small schools, like just visit schools so you start to get a feel for different programs and different campuses and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So that's some of the stuff we're going to do today. And you guys will go on your tour. We got our game tonight. Like at the end of our session today, if you want to kind of also, we want to get the girls out in kind of just a formation a little, using patterns maybe. Just to end it, just because I know this will be your first 11 game will be tonight. Yeah. So it'll give us a good feel for that. Okay.
Do you want to
let me ask the coach. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I always do P's and P's, but that's me ask the coach. Okay, we got a couple minutes. Stand up and shake your body a little bit. Somebody sing us a quick song.
Who?
No, like 5 people are birthday yeah, come on, Zach, motivate me.
We don't talk about
All right, let's go. I need a quick song to wake you back up. We're still going, so just know.
Yeah, guys.
Okay, sing. I'm videoing you on your song, so let's go.
You want.
Staring at the edge of the water, long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, never go back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to a place I know where I cannot go. Stay healthy. Now I know before it goes.
Great job. Great job. All right, okay, guys, ready? We're gonna keep going. So I need your focus a little bit. We're gonna go into some of these areas, and I want you. This isn't the best writing area, but I want you to just kind of shout out some areas that you guys think in one of these areas. Remember, we have work, serve, skill, mental toughness, body readiness, your why, or worship, spiritual fuel, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna actually put this on the phone so I can write easier. I want you guys to shout out some things that you think that your team struggles with a little bit in these areas. I know one from watching you last time. I'm not gonna say it. Okay? I'm not gonna let Lana talk yet, but I want you guys to talk. Here we go. Give me one. Where's an area you're not? This is good as a player. You have to learn to assess yourself. Where are you good? Where's your team good? Where do you need to improve? You've got to learn to assess yourself as a person, as a player, to really look at yourself and say, this is where we got to get back. Okay? Where? Work, remember, talking about your work rate in the big and little things. Serving, talking about, we'll go over these really quick. Worship, your why, what fuels you, what energizes you. Okay, work, your ability to give your all in small and big things. Serve, what kind of team member are we to each other? Skill, your ability, hone your ability, your strengths and weaknesses, mental toughness, your ability to do hard things, okay, and handling the ups and downs of sport. Body readiness, making your body ready to compete. Give me an area that you think your team could improve in. Take a minute, breathe, but I'm going to call on you. This is a classroom session. Welcome to Marci Jobson Classroom Session. Yesterday's session, your team session, where can you improve? Talking. I'm putting communication under serve. That's what, by talking, you're serving your team. Okay? Can also go into working, hard work. Okay? How do you guys, how fit do you guys think you are as a team?
I'm
Pretty fit? Blaine, think you're pretty fit? Comparative to?
I think comparative to their peers, I think so. I think they have a hard time with the hundreds because they're playing a small, you know what I mean? Having to run along.
So you're
So
expanding.
I would say we're not 11 good.
Yeah.
We're 99 good.
Yep. Okay. So we'll put under body readiness that we're gonna have to expand our fitness because you're going from 99 to that field, it's mighty big. So we're gonna put 11v11 fitness. Okay, we'll see even tonight what that looks like for you guys. Okay? Give me something. Jada. How many times a day how many times a week do you guys train?
2 to 3. 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
4, no,
2 soccer.
2 soccer, 1 football, and
Okay. Does anybody ever just go and go around you know that your coach isn't fully responsible to how you get with the ball. Okay, so I could tell yesterday that you guys have decent skill, okay, but your skill level could definitely improve. Okay, so I'm not talking about we have to do a ton of extra sessions and add things to your plate. I'm saying that you guys see this little area here? I said this last night. You're gonna have a soccer ball in this area for 15 minutes, maybe 3 extra days a week. You're gonna improve your skill by touching the ball. Keeper, you can do the same thing, 15 minutes with a ball against a wall and improve your hands, your ability to catch the ball. Okay, so I'd say skill level, you guys need to continue to improve in this area, I call it first touch from what I could see. So we'll continue to talk about that, okay? Landon, give me one as a coach. We've talked about a few things. Give me one as a coach that you think.
Well, we talked about like in warm up, focus and warm up, and doing the little things correctly. I got just going through the motions of that. I think when you do your warm ups, you're doing focus, you're doing them right, you're not doing stuff around, right? So you're only gonna get better. We're only gonna get better. Those little things are gonna make a big impact. And
Yeah.
focus on the little details.
So details.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, back to you girls. Give me one. Come on. Yep.
Anticipation,
Anticipation, what do you mean by that?
playing the ball forward, not to the girl, to a spot,
Yeah,
or that they play it sideways instead of, and that's
okay,
in the flag football, that's what we're trying to preach. Go to a spot.
yeah,
That spot.
anticipation. Okay, Gracie?
I said like good shooting, or I would shoot. Just I feel like we gotten so good at like this part. It's like finding the corner.
Shane, I'd agree with that. Last night we had even like me, we had a lot of chances, but we couldn't put it away. And remember, guys, you're not always thinking about how you do right now in your league. You're trying to say to yourself, how can I personally keep getting better in my game? Because if you're in a league where you're the best team, you're like, what do I need to get better at? There's always somebody better than you. So you're always saying, how can I, Gracie, improve my game and how I work, how I serve, my skill, my mental toughness, and my body readiness, and what is the why of my okay? Tell me some of your guys' whys. Shout them out to me. Skylar, what's your why? Why do you like to play soccer? So you love the community of your team and friendships. And you love just being with your team. That's cool, community. Okay. Maddie, why do you like to play?
And I like it.
It's fun. It's fun for you. Okay. That's important to know because you don't want to make it to where you like eat. Be fun. Okay. All right, not that soccer's always. Lainey, why do you play? Awesome.
Kind of setting goals and reaching.
Yeah.
I really just like the intensity and like the play, just being with my friends. And it's just
It's awesome. Does anyone want to play in college? Like you're sure you want to play in college? Wow. So you guys all want to play college soccer somewhere. So that's good to know. Now, if you can get some of these things down, you will play in college. Okay, you will play in college if you can get some of these pieces down and you can continue to keep your community and your love for the game together. All right, moms over there, what do you guys see for your kids that you're like, hey, they could get better at these things? Or something you see as a parent? Communication, yeah, I could definitely see that one a lot. Yeah. So, you guys know why I'm putting that, this is kind of goes under serve and it also goes under mental toughness. So, you want to know why? Because mental toughness, you have to be able to make mistakes. And Maddie, I said that to you yesterday when I coached you. I could kind of see you in your eyes. You were a little bit like, I coach you at that moment because I believe in you. A lot of times coaches believe in players, they coach them up. Okay. But when you beat yourself up, you can't do the next thing well. All right. Because you're sitting in that moment of being beaten up. Okay. But also, it's underserved because if you beat yourself up, you're letting your team down. Remember, we talked about that 1 or 2 second lapse where you're like, all right. If you have that 1 or 2 second lapse, you're not able to do the next best thing. All right. Which is to keep going. All right. All right. London, give me something on here. On this sheet, and you don't let's skip away from why do you play, but give me something that you personally think you could improve in your soccer game.
I could say like the swim and
Yeah. Yeah. So we call that in college soccer doing the next best thing. So that's a quick recovery. I'm gonna put that on work. It's also mental toughness. Some of these things go hands in hand. Okay, Riley. Skills. Okay, so what specifically do you need to improve? All work. Okay. Your defense. Okay. All right, Lena, would you say your team is most strong defensively or attacking? Good balance. How's your team on set pieces? Give up goals?
Pretty good. Well, defensively, the communication on set pieces, we give up some goals because we're not communicating. Attacking, we're pretty good at scoring on set pieces.
Carly, I noticed this is a goalie. They're kind of the backbone of your team, okay? So for you, I want you to continue to grow in this area because you're kind of our anchor. Okay, so it starts from you, it goes to our center backs, it goes to our center mids, it goes to our top of our line. So as you continue to grow, watch goalies as they play. Some of the best, they're just really great communicators. And as you start to think more about your team, you'll think less about yourself then. Okay, so learning this communication. All right. Okay, I think
You got one more is the focus when your ball's on this side of the field, the focus of the other players. Everybody's working as a unit.
yes.
The whole time. It's not like the ball's not on my side or it's not on defense. Wait. it's moving as a unit, especially in 11-11, where
Yeah.
they're really
Getting
as a
active.
unit, because the field's too big, would that make it smaller?
I love, guys, I think that focus is a mental toughness quality, because the ability for you to not be involved in the play, but still be concentrating. It was kind of like yesterday, remember the people on the sideline? You can't all of a sudden start talking about your weekend when your team is out there playing. Okay, you gotta continue to stay focused throughout the whole entire game, okay? Even if it's not about you in a specific time, right? One thing, how many of you guys are, is this a big age out where these girls like are all on social media stuff? Some of the
Big girls are.
So I want to tell you a quick little snippet about that, okay? Number one, I want to, and Paul will talk about this a little bit, about what you're posting, but also I want to talk to you about distraction, okay? Because the time that you spend for 10, 15 minutes on your social media, you can maybe all right, and I know it's kind of a social thing. It's fine to do some of that, but just realize that it can be such a distraction for soccer teams. I've seen it destroy teams before, okay? And I want to tell you that because it's really important. You guys are getting more and more into a technology age where it can take your focus out of you being prepared to play. It can take the focus and the closeness out of your team. All right, it can make you desire, oh, well, oh, let me see, so-and-so won their game, we just lost. Maybe I should go with theirs. Okay, when maybe you just should get better. You got it? Okay, and so my point to you is don't always look for what is easy, but how can you keep getting your game better? Social media is also pretty key. You start posting. This is a key thing for you. Just all raise your hand about wanting to play college soccer. Do you know when we're recruiting, you know, where we first look up a player? We look on their social media. Because I want to see what that player is like through the right? Scroll down, we'll look them up. And we'll find ways. You may say, oh, well, mine's private or whatever. We find ways to find out who you are and what you're posting and what you may think is cute or not cute. Just realize college coaches are looking at that stuff, okay? So it's good for you to have in your brain and for your parents to have in their brains as you grow in your social media stuff, okay? You guys got that? All right. Okay, I think this is pretty good for now. I can see I'm going to start to lose you guys pretty soon. So you guys have a little bit of time to just get your stuff on, get ready. You have rides out to the beach,
Yes,
right?
right.
Because I'm gonna head out there and kind of get a little bit set up.
Yeah.